Right, okay, that's the sixth. The seventh articulation is no lawful establishment of the legislative organ of government, which is, the Oireachtas. Includes that also includes the president, the Dail and the Seanad. Okay, so this is reciting that again. We're guardians. We've investigated everything. We have documentary evidence, right? And so what this says is, let's see. Due to the fact that the Minister and Secretaries Act 1924 is determined by the contents of the third articulation to be invalid and unenforced, it is the duty and fundamental right of we, the undersigned people, being part of the Irish nation and as beneficial successors, hereby standing as the ultimate internal authority, pursuant to Article 6, as guardians of the Constitution, and having inalienable and indefeasible rights of power, to hereby declare, which is our first declaration, that the people's servants in the legislative organ of the Irish state and the Oireachtas, inclusive of the President, have without lawful power participated in the unconstitutional exercise of passing invalid, illegal, unenforced primary and secondary laws for the following purposes. All right, I'm not going to read them all out, but number one, to elect the president. Number two, we'll say elect all members, Seanad members, allow the president to appoint those. All of those in here, Roman numeral 1 up to Roman numeral 15, are all dependent on by law. Okay, so the conclusion then is, therefore, on the basis of having set out the obligations of passing valid primary and secondary laws, it has been determined again, due to the invalid, unenforced ministers and secretaries, the present status quo of the legislative organ of the Irish state, with overlapping executive powers, is a failure to function lawfully for the purpose of issuing writs to call elections and register political parties due to the illegal, invalid, enforced statutory instrument number 121 of 1963 for the Electoral Act, dated the 12th of July 1963, signed by an unempowered Minister for Local Government, Neil Blaney. Consequently, since 1963, the calling of all presidential, Dail Eireann, Seanad Eireann, European and local government elections has resulted in political parties having been illegally registered, and any party candidate or independent candidate who was elected was holding political office illegally because the elections were a mere nullity. And this includes the 28th of October 2018 election of Michael D. Higgins as president, and the 7th of June 2024 elections of European members of Parliament, the Dáil elections of the 29th of November. Therefore, the resulting appointment by President Higgins of Micheál Martin as rotating Taoiseach office holder within a program of government dated 25th of January 2025 is not only illegal but unconstitutional. And then there's a reference here, and all these are collated in this separate appendix which comes by email. So subsequently, as a result of all of this, having considered all the facts and disregard of rule of law and the Constitution by the legislative organ and the President of Ireland, it is apparent that a newly arranged plebiscite vote by the people for the purpose of disallowing political parties and their candidates to stand in elections must be put to the people. So I will just pause it there now for a second. Is basically, it says, the sovereign people's ultimate power of final appeal to decide national policy transgressions of the Irish state. So here again, this incorporates from Article 6 the phraseology in final appeal. Okay? Okay? So, what's happening is, for instance, face masks. They made that a law. That was really a policy. But they made it a law by secondary law. They had a primary law, okay? Right? But even passing that primary law, they had no power. Because since 1963, they've all been devoid of power, okay? So this is what the 8th article, if you want to start now. Or are we on it? Are we going?
Yeah, you go.
Well, we're going.